This is high school football on M123 FM and the EUP Sports Network. Your live video play-by-play coverage is brought to you by Newberry Motors, Helen Newberry Joy Hospital and Healthcare Center, Palouse County Veteran Services Office, Hank's General Store, Highline Internet, the Fish and Hunt Shop in Curtis, the UP Trading Company and Exclusive Moose, Pickleman's Total One Stop in Newberry Subway, Timber Charlie's, Big Lake Tavern at the Pine Bluff Resort, and the Newberry News. Why listen when you can watch with live video play-by-play coverage of local high school football right here on M123 FM and the EUP Sports Network. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. We welcome you here into AF Hall Stadium as the Manistique Emeralds getting ready for their 2024 home opener. They welcome in the Gwinn Modeltowners tonight, and we're glad to have you along. Dan Hardenbrook, M123 FM, and the EUP Sports Network on Facebook with a Friday night Week 2 showdown. These two teams look to gain some momentum in the early part of the season. For the Emeralds, they're trying to bounce back after a tough Week 1 matchup. Went to East Jordan, and that was a tough season opener for them. But now in front of a near-capacity crowd, jam-packed on a Friday night, they are looking for a little bit of momentum and energy as we welcome you inside. Cool, windy. Looks like the wet weather at least has held off a little bit as we're getting ready for the pregame festivities. It is your Newberry Motors pregame show just down the road from High Prices. Remember, it doesn't say Newberry Motors on the back. Get paid too much up front. We'll have our keys to the game and players to watch when we come up here on this pregame show. Also, continue to get you ready for kickoff in tonight's contest. It is the Emeralds and the Modeltowners here in Manistique with M123 FM and the UP Sports Network. Also streaming to your big screen on YouTube via the Newberry News.
We've been known by a lot of names over the last 100 years, but one thing that hasn't changed is the same great service. Welcome to Hank's General Store. Hank's is your one-stop shop for fuel, propane refilling, fresh foods, and much more. Need a snack before hitting the road? Grab from a variety of fresh homemade foods including pizza, chicken wings, hearty sandwiches, and hand-cut steaks. Visit our website to view our menu or get ideas for your next trip with the latest news on local attractions. Hank's General Store in Helmer. Veteran-owned and operated, making sure you're ready for wherever life takes you.
When it's time to head to the great outdoors, the Fish and Hunt Shop in Curtis has you covered. As your award-winning Ski-Doo, Sea-Doo, and Can-Am dealer, they're your one-stop shop from the water to the snow trails. Whether it's sales, service, rentals, or accessories, they've got everything you need to make your next trip unforgettable. Visit Fish and Hunt Shop on Main Street in Curtis or online at fishandhuntshop.com. The Fish and Hunt Shop, where your next great adventure begins.
Back inside the AF Hall Stadium, glad to have you along. Dan Hardenbrook also coming to you on Facebook tonight with My Manistique for local news, information, community announcements, and live sporting events from the Emerald Athletic programs. Visit My Manistique. That's MI Manistique on Facebook. We'll have a couple of football games here this fall, some of the volleyball matchups, as well as boys and girls basketball, and of course, M123 FM, the UP Sports Network, My Manistique, your exclusive broadcast home with live video play-by-play of the Emeralds Ice Hockey Varsity Co-op. Feels a little bit closer to winter tonight, a chill in the air. We are right around 50 degrees. Light breeze is coming out of the north right now, but things should steady down. Rain is projected to possibly be in the forecast later on as we get into the second half of the game. But the field in great shape. Don't think the conditions are going to play a big factor early on in this one, and it'll be interesting to see the matchup. Steve Pugh, the head coach of the Emeralds, still thinks it's 80 degrees outside. He's in his traditional game day outfit with the shorts and the hoodie. He's not fazed by anything. Assisted by Josh Mickelson, Matt Gonzalez, and Kyle Keehan. Modeltowners taking the field now as we get closer to kickoff. Your Newberry Motors keys to the game for tonight. Building early momentum. Both teams coming off of tough week one matchups. They want to build some positive. It can be very difficult sometimes to stay motivated, especially early in a season when you've worked so hard in practice and so hard in the preseason. You've gone through your off-season program, and if you just can't find any early success or momentum, that can really be a downer. For the Emeralds, they got to play to this home crowd. It is going to be an advantage tonight. Got the junior cheerleaders out. See the Emeralds down in the south end zone getting fired up in this one. You are home. You get a clean slate. Forget about week one and move on. And if the Emeralds can do that, they'll be in a right step. But ultimately, no matter what happens tonight, Manistique's got to control the football. Way too many turnovers. And that week one loss to East Jordan. And the turnover battle is going to be a big one. Our players to watch, let's keep an eye up front. Early on this season, most of the action you see both at the 11-man and the 8-man level. The teams with the better line of scrimmages are winning these early season contests, imposing their will, controlling tempo, controlling pace, and that is going to be a big part in the success of both of these teams tonight, because if you can control that line of scrimmage, you can play to your strengths, play to your style. It opens up your entire playbook and also maybe forces the other team's hand a little bit. So keep an eye up front in those big matchups here tonight. We are going to step aside on the pregame show. When we come back, it'll be kickoff in tonight's contest as it's Emeralds football here tonight in Manistique with M123 FM and the UP Sports Network.
If people can sleep 12 hours and still not have quality sleep, maybe an hour or two out of that whole time frame is actual quality sleep.
Bill Alexander, respiratory therapist and supervisor of the cardiopulmonary department at Helen Newberry Joy Hospital and Healthcare Center, talks about how poor sleep can affect your health.
Not only are pulmonologists ordering sleep studies, but also cardiologists, other people like that, for the reduction of the workload on the heart. It even has been shown to help with people's sugar levels, to help with diabetics. It just creates that rest in the body that we all need.
Scheduling a sleep study at Helen Newberry Joy is as easy as a talk with your primary caregiver.
They can do a referral. We have Dr. Washington, the pulmonologist, certified in sleep, a nurse practitioner, Carol Norman. They will do a consultation. We have a 2-bed lab here. And then you do a follow-up afterwards, go over the results, and then pick the best kind of therapy for you.
Helen Newberry Joy Hospital and Healthcare Center. Your health.
Attention veterans and their families. The Luce County Veterans Services Office is here to support you with a wide range of services. We assist with VA healthcare eligibility, compensation claims, counseling services, benefit coverage, state and county emergency relief funds, and more. Contact your Luce County Veterans Services Officer, Rick Menard, at 906-293-4890. The Luce County Veterans Services Office, proudly supporting our community's veterans.
Covering stories that interest the community, readers have come to depend on the Newberry News. Subscribe to the digital edition for early Wednesday morning access or get the print edition delivered to your doorstep. The Newberry News, your news and information leader.
If you need to do something to feel okay to drive, you're not okay to drive. Don't drive buzzed.
All right, the Manistique Pep Band getting you ready for tonight as the national anthem complete, and we are just about ready for kickoff. A deep squad for the Emeralds. The numbers are strong, keyed in here by a group of 12 senior players who have gotten some great experience in this program. Talented group of juniors includes the quarterback, Mac Pugh, and he leads a deep group of juniors who are going to look to make an impact in this one. Do have a handful of sophomores up tonight, too, on this Friday night contest. For Manistique, not as deep in terms of numbers, right around 20 on there. Well, of course, I have to keep an eye on Carter Stansky, the senior. He's a 3-year varsity player and started there. Emeralds in the home greens, white pants, white numbers. It looks like they will receive the opening kickoff, and they will work from right to left as we bring it to you here on a Friday night. Two guys deep back, two in the up back, two wide as wings, and a 4-level kick return for the Emeralds here to start this contest. Gwinn lines it up, and to kick it away, it'll be the senior, Dane Wickstrom. Wickstrom, the run and the boot. Gets this one away nicely, fielded at the 5-yard line. Emerald's going to bring it back up. They'll work right side around the corner. Good block and a run. Solid return there by Aiden Osterhout, the 5'9", 155 senior. Gets the Emeralds in pretty decent field position. Deep kick, strong return, and it's going to be spotted here. Looks like just shy of the 29-yard line. And 10 coming up. Manistique wants to get off to a strong start here on the home field. They'll be right hash, far side. Capacity crowd here. Ready to go, just underway. Two receivers to the near side. They'll jet the motion back to the far sideline. Quick toss. Initial tackle is broken and spun off, but the flow is there for the Modeltowners. Not much doing there on first down, and Manistique will lose a yard, fall behind the chains. Modeltowners going 4 up front. Challenge this run game early. Emeralds bounce it back here to the middle. Carry there from Jace Gaudreau. Short gain gets him back on the positive side. A key third down early on in this one. 3rd and 7 coming up from the right hash. Gwynn's loaded up that box and fly into the football in the first couple of plays here in this one. Now we're going to go wing right, back right, motion right. They pump fake the bubble. McPugh scrambles, looks, tucks, runs. He gets wrapped up. Tough second effort. He'll get a couple, but it'll be worked down and about 5 to go. The opening possession, 10:15 to go, first quarter. No scores. We are just underway. Emeralds will back up to punt depth here. Snap is a high boot. Off the side of the foot, takes a big Modeltowners bounce back across the 50, and they'll get it on the positive side right there. 9:43 to go here in the opening quarter. Emeralds go 3 and out on the offensive end, and now Gwynn's offense, led by Stansky, will take over here. One of 2 captains on this team, Andrew Hill, a senior, offense and defensive line, listed as the other for Derek Nyquist and the Modeltowners. See what we get from Gwinn here. It looks like they're going to come spread. 2 receivers to the far side. 1 here, near side, single back. Almost in a pistol-like formation. Stansky the snap, fakes the dive. He's going to go read to the left off the option, driven out of bounds on a gain of about 4. Gwinn taking a lot of time here as we get ready for the second down snap. We're at 9 minutes to go here in the first. We're going to go 2 receivers. Wing to the right. Low snap. Fielded. But big pursuit there. Dawson Bosonic. Carter Levine. Never slowed down as Stansky had to field that one off the ground. And we get a whistle. There's a Gwinn player down on the far side on their sideline. So they're going to bring the trainer across. Of course, Schoolcraft Memorial Hospital providing a pair of athletic trainers for the Emeralds events this year. 3rd and long. After the loss, jet motion. Manistique holds their ground. Looks like a hard count here. Now they'll look for a play. Couldn't fool them. They tried to get a free 5. Now, quick little deep post. That's just a stick route there. Called it on the fly from the sidelines after the Emeralds didn't jump. And he just ran a little post, dipped in under the zone at the sticks. And it's enough for a first down for the Modeltowners. 7:40 and counting here in the first, and they have the game's first down. I'm going to spread them out again. Empty set. 3 receivers near side, 2 up top. Snap here. Straight drop. Stansky fires. Has a man underneath. Gets it blocked downfield. And the Modeltowners are in the red zone. Nice pitch and catch from Stansky to Wickstrom. Got a big block by his outside guy. Wickstrom just broke off his route underneath the deep stuff. And Gwynn's passing game has them on the move. 1st and 10. Ball will be at the 12-yard line. Their opening drive of the contest after the Emeralds went 3 and out. Now they go trips to the left. Same formation. It's just 2 receivers to the near side this time. Big on big up front. Jet motion. Low snap again. Stansky scoops it up, but the Emeralds pursue. Pile on him there. And it's been mixed results for the Modeltowners. They've had those 2 big pass plays, but they've also missed on a couple of snaps that have slowed or broken their plays up. And Manistique drives them back about a half yard. Gwinn now more of a power look back to that wing, and confusion again, and they have to take a timeout. We've seen the hard count. And that time it looked like maybe another one as they try to get the Emeralds to jump. Nothing doing. 5:56 to go, just past the midway point here in the first quarter on a 2nd and 11. Triple header coverage this weekend. We had live video play-by-play from the Newberry and Engadine JV contest last night. We wrap up the week 2 action tomorrow as Newberry takes on Climax Scots. That'll be a big week 2 matchup. Two good teams trying to bounce back after disappointing showings in week 1. It'll be a 1 o'clock kickoff from Gaylord tomorrow afternoon. Manistique here trying to hold off the Modeltowners after a couple big plays, have them in the red zone. Gaylord's kind of been the football capital this weekend. They had Engadine and Mount Pleasant Sacred Heart earlier. They got Gaylord St. Mary's in their week 2 matchup tonight. And then I believe 2 more games down there tomorrow as teams are going far and wide to find games, but trying to find places to meet up to play them. Out of the timeout, see what Gwinn does here on a 2nd and 11. Again, long snap count, fade ball to Wickstrom. Little push off. Emeralds had it double covered in the back of the end zone. Brings up a 3rd and 11. The old bend but don't break method. Good help over the top. Wickstrom ran out of space, tried to create some more. Here come the Modeltowners. They'll go spread again. Single back. Straight drop. Same thing. Fire bullet. Miscommunication as Stansky goes to the corner pylon. Receiver broke off and came back inside. Emeralds have covered up 2 in a row. And we'll see a 4th down conversion here in the early going. 5:46 to go. Opening quarter. Modeltowners break that huddle. Straight drop again. Pump fakes the underneath route. Good coverage. Pursuit coming. Emeralds chasing him down. Stansky gets away again. Sit back corner jump ball. And incomplete. Just out of the reach of the receiver. Falling in the corner. It's not always easy. Back there staying. Well, 5:35 to go. They get the ball back. It'll be deep in their own territory. But good job after giving up the 2 big pass plays. Gwinn finishes the drive 0 for 3. Throwing the ball deep down in the red zone. And we've got a stalemate after 1 drive apiece here. Blooding on the ground for the Emeralds' first drive. They'll go motion here. Penalty. Flag. Yeah, that's going to make things more difficult for Manistique. Back the 10-yard line for 15. Will counter play. Nice back here near side, and Chase Goudreau, good carry there. Gwinn quarterback Stansky helping out a little bit on defense. Second down here. Good chunk there. Gets Manistique on the positive side of the chains. Good down and distance here. They'll go motion again. Sweep to the right side. Bounce to the edge. And then a little cut back inside. Goodrow is taken down. It's going to be 3rd and short. We're going to go pack it in tight here. Quarterback sneak right up the gut, and that is first down. No score to go here in the first. Manistique's first down. And now another whistle. Quick dive just up the gut. Manistique content now to play a physical, grinded out style, which is okay. Two receivers each side. Single back next to Pugh. He'll take the snap. Fakes that give. Keeps it around the edge. Spins off one. Got away from that defensive end that was lurking on the backside, waiting for it. Little shiftiness. And another Emeralds first down. Looks more like it now for Manistique with 3 minutes and some change here to go. The under 3 as they get to the line. No score early in this one. They're going to go trips to the near side. Single back. Now they run a little sprint pass on a bootleg outside. Broken tackle up the sideline. And down inside the 40, Manistique's first big hitter of the night. Tough matchup for Gwinn. Great little play by Pugh. They just sprint him out, making it look like he's going to tuck it, and he just pulls up and slings it to the sideline after he gets that defense to collapse. And a great job up the sideline with 2.5 to play. Manistique, one thing with this bunch, and you've seen it early, they can spread you out completely. They can play power. Mixing a little both. Nice bounce outside, up the left sideline to the house. It's a touchdown for the Emeralds. Aiden Osterhout on the jet sweep gets into the end zone, and the Emeralds lead it 6-0 with 2:08 to go here in the first. I like that. Everything's been played to that far side. Most of what Manistique's done has been middle to the right side of the formation, and now they mix something back the other way. And they will line up in a field goal, and then lined offset, scampered back over. And we get a little chip boot there, and don't know what was going on, but nonetheless, Emeralds lead it 6-0 here inside AF Hall Stadium. We will take a break. When we come back, Modeltowners will get back for their second drive here in the first. It's M123 FM, the UP Sports Network, and my Manistique.
We've been known by a lot of names over the last 100 years, but one thing that hasn't changed is the same great service. Welcome to Hank's General Store. Hank's is your one-stop shop for fuel, propane refilling, fresh foods, and much more. Need a snack before hitting the road? Grab from a variety of fresh homemade foods including pizza, chicken wings, hearty sandwiches, and hand-cut steaks. Visit our website to view our menu or get ideas for your next trip with the latest news on local attractions. Hank's General Store in Helmer. Veteran owned and operated, making sure you're ready for wherever life takes you.
When it's time to head to the great outdoors, the Fish and Hunt Shop in Curtis has you covered. As your award-winning Ski-Doo, Sea-Doo, and Can-Am dealer, they're your one-stop shop from the water to the snow trails. Whether it's sales, service, rentals, or accessories, they've got everything you need to make your next trip unforgettable. Visit Fish and Hunt Shop on Main Street in Curtis or online at fishandhuntshop.com. The Fish and Hunt Shop, where your next great adventure begins.
All right, Emerald's getting ready to tee it up. Great drive that started at their own 12 after a penalty. They were backed up inside their own 10, and they quickly moved down the field. The last two plays covered nearly 70 total yards, and the big play making the difference for them. Heck of a boot all the way down to the 10-yard line. Modeltowners come right into the scrum. Wickstrom tripped up, and that's where Gwinn will take over shy of their own 30-yard line. After a 3-and-out for the Emeralds to start the game, Gwinn used a couple of big passes, get it down deep into Manistique territory, but that Emeralds defense held serve. Big swing in momentum here as we head up on the final minutes of this first quarter. Emeralds looking for a stop, and they come back and score. They get a little bit of a cushion and have that early momentum we talked about in the pregame show. Gwinn trying to make a statement and respond. Two receivers to the far side, one near. Wing right, back in the pistol. And they just go off tackle, and the Emeralds so strong in that front seven. Mason Tryan flying in. Basonic in there. Both of those guys coming up for that second level. Took their read steps and then fired the slow flow or the fill off the backside. Did a nice job there. Another spread look for Gwinn. Give here. His old man got pushed back. Great play there. 66, Jaden Veltkamp. Veltkamp and Wood blew that thing up. Both of them kind of shooting A-gap, and the center had no choice. Third and 8. Manistique going to creep Basonic up a little tighter here. Looks like man coverage on the edge. Gwinn, pump fake, chased, spun, ripped down, help coming. Carter Levine, the first man there. What a job by the Emeralds there up front. Interior stuff in the run game, and those edge guys get the pressure, and that's going to bring us to the end of the first quarter here in Manistique. The Emeralds are on top as we take you along here at the AF Hall Stadium. Second quarter coming up. It's M123 FM, the UP Sports Network, my Manistique, as well as the Newberry News on YouTube. 4th and long as we come back. It'll be the Modeltowners expected to punt it away. And after that first drive, negative yardage for that one. So it was Manistique that could do nothing on their first drive, hit it big for a score in the second one. Gwinn kind of the opposite. Couple of big plays, took a couple of shots in the end zone. They had a chance on their first drive, but nothing doing here on the second one. They're going to show punt. Emeralds put a return man almost right down in front of us as we're in between the 45 and the 50. Snap here. A high boot that just dies out. Emeralds back off. Gwinn will down it. Good starting spot off of that defensive series. Manistique will be in business from the 42-yard line. See what Manistique offense we get here in this one. They executed much better on that second drive. Mac Pugh brings in the play. Lively crowd tonight as the junior cheerleaders were out for the pregame festivities. And they're going to take a break here as the older girls step back to the team. Your night old big community event when the Emeralds are in town. Short gain there. Second effort's been good for the Emeralds tonight, too, when they run the ball. That initial man, it's either been off a spin or good, strong leg drive. Bounced outside. Nice blocking downfield. Spins and ripped down. Good draw. Another chunk play there. And there'll be another first down for the Emeralds as they lead it 6-0. Manistique starting to find something out on that edge. Been playing well on the perimeter. They're going to go two receivers to the left, one to the right. Little slot wing. Nice little dive there and a straight push forward. We've seen a few different guys get involved. That was Tryon on the carry. Jackson Gaudreau. Eden Osterhout on the jet sweep, scoring the touchdown. Of course, Mac Pugh's kept it. Second and 8 here. Now they go tight end with a wing. Little quick bubble screen, and it's short of Osterhout. Skips out of bounds. Incomplete pass there. Coach Pugh gives quarterback Pugh the play here. That was there for him. That passes a little bit up. Sometime when they try to run that quick screen all the way to the sideline, it could be trouble. Pass here, deep, bobbled. Oh, incomplete. The juggling act almost complete. from Jackson Gaudreau. And a good ball for Mac Pugh. They had him deep over the middle. Brings up a key 4th down, 4th and 8, 9:50 to go. Here in the second. Emeralds need the 20 for a first down. They're going to come wing to the right. 2 receivers left. Now they motion. Everybody's going that way. And the snap came. Well, Osterhout, I think, was still in motion. False start. Going to make the Emeralds' 4th down conversion a little bit tougher here. And now they see down in distance. We'll check their play here. Ball spotted 33 on 4th and 13. And a timeout for the Modeltowners. That'll be their second of the half. We'll take here on a Friday night in Manistique. It's M123 FM, the UP Sports Network. Manistique.
The UP Trading Company and Exclusive Moose, 2 local shops under new ownership on Newberry Avenue, featuring a unique furniture selection from rustic and log furniture to dressers, sectionals, upholstery, and Uper light lamps. Next door in the gift shop, you will find t-shirts and sweatshirts, Stormy Cromer hats, gloves, and custom-made items, lotions, handcrafted soaps, candles, and sensational jewelry. It's at the Exclusive Moose and UP Trading Company, downtown Newberry, and follow us on Facebook at UP Trading and Exclusive Moose, LLC.
Version here. Need the 20 to keep this drive. Third, they went 3 and out. Then they went 90 plus yards in quick fashion for a score, and that's the only point so far in a 6-0 contest. Here. Okay. Under adjustment, they're fighting. Both teams are going to say they have the ball. It's going to be Gwinn ball regardless. They're going to say so Gwinn gets the stop. The route would have been short by a few yards. There was no indication either way, but again, the 4th down play as both guys were wrestling for it. Manistique comes up short, and now the Modeltowners back on the attack from the 23-yard line. Manistique kind of spreading out that front here. And good force to the sideline. They stretched him out there. And the better team in this one out on the edge. Just not enough room for Gwinn to turn that thing uphill. Snap. Give. And again, good job that time at the point of the attack. Clock is under 8 to go here in the second quarter. And the Modeltowners, I knew they were taking a long time, but they're going to burn their third and final timeout of the first half. Communication not great down there with 7:38 to go. Timeout here in Manistique. The Emeralds leading 6-0.
We've been known by a lot of names over the last 100 years, but one thing that hasn't changed is the same great service. Welcome to Hank's General Store. Hank's is your one-stop shop for fuel, propane refilling, fresh foods, and much more. Need a snack before hitting the road? Grab from a variety of fresh homemade foods including pizza, chicken wings, hearty sandwiches, and hand-cut steaks. Visit our website to view our menu or get ideas for your next trip with the latest news on local attractions. Hank's General Store in Helmer. Veteran-owned and operated, making sure you're ready for wherever life takes you.
Coming up at the half, we will bring you this week's installment of This Week in High School Sports from the MHSAA. Latest news and information, highlight performances from around the state. You can stay up to date with all things high school sports anytime at MHSAA.com. Gwinn on a third and about 7. They go jet motion, try to go into a wheel. Pressure over the middle, tipped, intercepted, and we're going the other way. Cut back inside there, and the Emeralds will have it inside the 10. Nice little tip play there. Jace Goodrow gets his mitts on it, secures the interception, and brings it down to the 7-yard line. First and goal here for the Emeralds, and that's a big one. Turnovers went against them last week. A little quick pitch to the far side. And they bounce it to the corner, and it's a touchdown for the Emeralds. Fans liking that one. Cheerleaders again. It finishes what he started. After the interception, it's 12-0. 2-point try to come. 7:21 to go here in the second. Emeralds will line up a 2-point try after their extra point kick was no good last time. Boot here to the right. Tuck and run to the goal line. Lower the shoulder. It's a battle of strengths, and they're going to say no. That he was short. But the Emeralds are on top now. They turn the interception into a quick touchdown. 7:21 to go here in the second. Manistique leading Gwinn. It's 12-0.
I love that our tagline is Your Health, Our Passion. It's definitely a passion for me. I take care of the people that take care of the people.
Helen Newberry Joy Hospital and Healthcare Center's new CEO, Helen Johnson.
But I am really a Northern Michigan girl. I started my career out here as a young nurse in oncology in Marquette. It was so natural for me to be able to move back. It is a different way of life. You just breathe a little easier. My husband and I really are outdoors people. If I'm outdoors around a campfire, get a little bit of smoke in your hair, that is just a happy place for me.
Johnson loves the intimacy of small town healthcare.
Living and working in a rural community gives us a unique opportunity to connect with our patients one-on-one. I want them to say, I was at your hospital recently, and the next thing I want them to say is, and it was great.
Helen Newberry Joy's new CEO, Helen Johnson.
I have had such a great welcome to this community.
Helen Newberry Joy Hospital and Healthcare Center. Your health, our passion.
All right, ready to tee it up. Griffin Moline will do the honors here. Another big boot down. Deep in. Modeltowners try to bring it out. Oh, they broke it. Broken tackle and a shoestring saver of a touchdown takeaway there. Zahir Topping, a sophomore, almost snuck through. So the ball will be spotted at the 39. We're nearing the midway point here in the second quarter. They'll split a receiver each way. Wing to the right. Fumble on the exchange. Emeralds say they have it, and I think they do, yes. Back-to-back turnovers for the Modeltowners. The scales have swung completely in the opposite direction in that category for the Emeralds. They had a ton of turnovers last week. Now here on their own field, week 2, much better times as the Emeralds ended the last drive with an interception that set up a touchdown, and now the fumble on the handoff exchange. The Emeralds are in business. They can make this a 3-score game here in the second. Drop, swing pass. Oh, incomplete, and there was space there to the far side. Light breeze, the precipitation is kind of spitting on the drive over from Newberry, but it's been fairly dry. Timing just on the mesh point gets Gwinn. Modeltowners have had a couple of glimmers, but Manistique has been able to hit the big play, and now the defensive turnovers. Osterhout, they'll fake that jet sweep, scored on that earlier, and it's Mac Hughes like a freight train in the open field. Big, tough physical, the junior, is inside the 30, down to about the 25-yard line. First down as the chains move for Manistique. Snap here. Now they'll go almost on an old school wing off tackle and somehow reversing field, spinning off guys like the rubber band man. Jace Goodrow darted to the left, zigzags back to the right, spin to the middle, spin back to the near side. Like he's playing a game of Madden, just mashing all those buttons. Tough run in there. Red zone trip here. First and 10, ball at the 15. Pugh's going to look to throw. Has his man deep over the middle. Fires a dot, and it's through the hands. Jackson Goodrow has had a couple of chances. Nice throw over the middle on that deep post. Falls incomplete. Emeralds still have plenty of cracks here with 5:50 to go in the second. Second and 10 coming up from the 15. We're going to go three guys tight to the left here, and that's where the ball's going on a quick little pitch. That time, some tackles broken, but nothing significant for Manistique. Good job by the Gwinn defense there. And much like the Emeralds did down here earlier in the contest, it's Gwynn's defense trying to take a stand in the red zone. 3rd and 8 here. 4 down territory at this point, so you'd assume that Coach Pugh has a couple of different things in mind if they don't get it all back here. They're going to roll to the right side. There's room, little pump fake, freezes the defense. Pugh can't tackle him with just the shoulder. Breaks away, reaches across. Touchdown, Emeralds. Oh, a little pump fake. Absolutely froze the defense. And then they tried to take him down with a shoulder tackle. He's too strong for that. He bounces off of it, spins and stretches, and gets the goal line. And with 4:58 to go here in the second, 18-0 Emeralds. They are on top. Manistique 0 for 1 on the extra point, 0 for 1 on the 2-point conversion. They were inches shy last time. They have scored on back-to-back drives now off of Modeltowners turnovers. They're going to dance around here, look for room, stretch it out, cut it back, spin move again, and Gwinn wins the 5-on-1 battle at the corner. They stretched it off camera here, and that will keep it right where it's at, 18-0, 4:58 to go on a Friday night in Manistique with M123 FM, the UP Sports Network, My Manistique. We're also streaming to your big screen tonight on YouTube via the Newberry News.
If you need to do something to feel okay to drive, you're not okay to drive. Don't drive buzzed.
So Goodrow had a tipped interception that he ran inside the 10. Emeralds punched it in, then off the fumbled handoff. Manistique quick movement down the field again. That first drive of the night was a 3-and-out, but they've knocked off the rust, and they're hung at a high level right now. 3 straight scores in an 18-0 contest. Again, Gwinn has done some good things, mishandled here, bounces, and sneaks out of bounds. The turnovers have been a big swing in momentum here. That's broken this thing open a little bit. They're going to spot him at the 6-yard line. Kickoff mishandled and then bounces out of bounds. Those have been the tough plays that have slowed the Gwinn momentum. Their first drive, they marched right down the field. Couple of nice pass plays. They were inside the red zone all the way down to the 12-yard line. Actually, and could not punch it in. Manistique responded with a score, and that changed the early momentum. It's been a couple of positive plays, then a penalty slows things down, or they're moving the ball and they have the miscue. Just missed on a couple of fourth down conversions. They try to fake the sweep, go option, and Manistique's front line pushes right through. 4:44 to go. Remember, Gwinn does not have any timeouts. They used 3. Wickstrom, who was their big target on that opening drive. Wood and Levine get credited with the stop there. Emeralds feeling it here. Came back and hit the reset button after a tough week 1, and we get a whistle. Referee's going to say something to the Modeltowner offensive lineman. That's their captain, 74 Andrew Hill. Now they're going to come talk to Coach Nyquist. He's not happy. They're going to send a player off here. We're assuming up here blood or some kind of equipment malfunction, so Gwinn has to change on the fly. Quarterback just threw his gloves out of the back of the end zone. Now they're moving everybody around. Snap here. They're going to look for the deep ball. Stahinsky on the run. Short. Pressure there by Mac Pugh, and Dawson Bosonic forces it underneath, and now we get a flag way after the play on the far side. Unsportsmanlike. They're calling it both ways. They're going to offset. So the pushing and shoving, they don't care who started it or whose fault it is. They pin it on both teams. But you can't keep doing that because you don't want to further the problem or get yourself in deeper trouble as the game goes along. So after the offsetting penalties, 2nd and 12. Snap. Quick screen pass. Dangerous in the end zone. He's got to get out. He does to the 1-yard line. Emeralds almost had a safety. First, they throw the screen pass in the end zone, and then the running back kind of dances a little bit. Sneaks out. Ball will be at the 1-yard line. Emeralds will call a timeout because we got a 4th down coming up. Because of the offsetting penalties, that set that as a 3rd down. So 4th and 15 from the 1. And Manistique wants the ball back. They're going to get good field position here, as tempers have gotten a little frustrated both ways. Coach Pugh's talking to his guys. Stansky was the player that came out, the quarterback on that drive, and I think that's what Gwinn was upset about as they broke the huddle, came to the line, they're ready to snap it. The officials stopped it, made him leave the game for a play, and mucked up their whole offense. Gwinn, still, you can see it there on the left-hand side of your screen. They're still not happy. Modeltowners come out here. Ball is at the 1 yard line. Center's heels at the back line of the or the punter's heels at the back line of the end zone. You know Manistique's bringing the heat here. High snap out of the back of the end zone. And that's going to be a safety and tack on 2 more for the Emeralds. So Manistique gets points out of that. It's just a tough situation. You're bunched up. It's not your normal long snap. They're bringing the heat. So the snap out of the end zone makes it 20-0, and now the Emeralds will get the ball on a short field. It's a kick from your own 20. And that means Manistique can have just about everybody up on the positive side of the field. They'll keep 2 guys deep. You can tee it up here, and they will. 2 turnovers and a safety have opened up a 20-0 lead here in the second. There's the run. And the boot. Oh. I don't know if you can do that. I don't know if he just missed it or a short kick. They went onside off of the free kick. And now Manistique is going to take over. And they're going to take over right at the 30-yard line. Third straight drive in which the Emeralds are starting in Gwinn territory. They've had an interception. They recovered a fumble. And now off of the safety and the short kick, they get it at the 30. 3:36 to go. They're going to run a little trickery here. Little backside reverse. Ooh, high tackle on the corner. Cooper Curtis with the carry. Three-minute to go mark here before the half. Three to the left, one near side. Pugh's going to roll out, directs traffic. They wanted to set up that sprint pass again. He is wrapped up and brought down. Big loss for the Emeralds. They ran that earlier. It sparked their first scoring drive. They just roll him out or sprint him towards the sideline and shift that defense. And that time they didn't give in. Pugh is coming across slow. Coach will go out, meet him on the numbers. Same formation. Now they'll just move everybody heavy to the near side. Straight drop. They're going to look. Pugh's going to roll. Sets. Fires. Downfield. Has a man, and it's incomplete. Osterhout was sitting pretty there, but it's incomplete. Fourth down. You're still in pretty good field position here, even with the penalty. Might take a shot here. .140, that stops the clock. If Manistique does convert something here, they'll still have a couple of timeouts to work with as they bleed this thing down. Trips to the near side. Gwinn jumps off sides. That'll give them a little push back towards the original line of scrimmage. Going to be 4th and 13. Snap here. Straight drop. They'll roll. They'll look deep again. Incomplete, overthrown. So Gwinn gets a stop. And Gwinn will get it back. 1:34 to go, second quarter here in Manistique. Gwinn, no timeouts as they take over here. 1:34 to go. See what their 2-minute drill offense looks like. They start it with a run. It's not going to net anything positive. Wickstrom wrapped up. Trianon on the stop. Gwinn taking their time here. Not much urgency. They'll get the ball to start the second half as well. Low snap. Quick ball. It's a new quarterback in there. Or no, Stansky back in there. Had my numbers mixed up. Stansky's quick out, incomplete. Gwinn got to be careful though here. Incomplete passes, stopping the clock, and now the Emeralds would be able to stop it after fourth down, get it back, and still have one in their pocket on offense if they want to try anything. Snap here. Basically, quarterback draw. We get a flag in on the tackle. We'll see what the whistle is. Right now, we're looking at fourth down. And it's a hold on the Modeltowners. And they are going to march it off. Also. Oh, no. Yeah. Coach Pugh says, I want to decline the penalty and take the fourth down. So it'll be 4th and 6 or 7. So now they move the football back up because they respotted it. Wrong spot. 4th and 4. Modeltowners with it here. Low snap again, and they just got a fall on it. And the Emeralds will get it back. 24 seconds. Positive side of the field again. We've seen them take a couple of shots. And because of the incomplete pass, and because of the penalty, and then running a play that's worth almost no time on fourth down, Manistique able to get it back without burning a bunch of timeouts. So they don't necessarily have to be stuck just going to the sideline. They're going to go under center. Little play fake and a rollout. Step up. Pressure. And Pugh gets sacked by Andrew Hill. Yep, and Coach Pugh is pointing his guys to the locker room. They will take what they've built here and go into the half feeling pretty good in the home opener. 20-0 as we head to the half here in Manistique. Words from the MHSAA and much more coming up here. We'll also be back for third quarter action. It is M123 FM in the UP Sports Network.
When it's time to head to the great outdoors, the Fish and Hunt Shop in Curtis has you covered. As your award-winning Ski-Doo, Sea-Doo, and Can-Am dealer, they're your one-stop shop from the water to the snow trails. Whether it's sales, service, rentals, or accessories, they've got everything you need to make your next trip unforgettable. Visit Fish and Hunt Shop on Main Street in Curtis or online at fishandhuntshop.com. The Fish and Hunt Shop, where your next great adventure begins.
High-speed fiber internet is here. Say hello to Highline Internet. With lightning-fast speeds and reliable service, Highline keeps you connected to what matters most, whether it's streaming TV, gaming, or working from home. No contracts or hidden fees here. Our blazing fast internet gives you the ultimate experience with no more buffering or lag. Plus, our friendly local support team is always here to help. Upgrade your internet today with Highline Internet and experience the difference. Visit highlinefast.com to get started.
The celebration of school sports continues, and the football playoffs hit the golden anniversary. I'm John Ross, and this is This Week in High School Sports, powered by Michigan Student Aid. Last week, we let you know that this is the MHSAA's 100th year, and how you can follow along as we celebrate school sports. One of those ways is social media posts highlighting MHSAA records, such as on September 2nd, 2010, Luke Wilcox of Portland St. Patrick returned an interception against Bath 100 yards for a touchdown. That's tied for the longest in MHSAA history. But this is also the 50th anniversary of the MHSAA football playoffs. The very first MHSAA football champions were crowned in 1975. It was Livonia Franklin in Class A, Dearborn Divine Child in Class B, Ishpeming in Class C, and Crystal Falls Forest Park in Class D. The Class A and D finals were played at Waldo Stadium in Kalamazoo, with Class B and C finals at Perry Short Stadium in Mount Pleasant. And only 4 teams in each class qualified for that postseason. In 1976, the finals moved to the Pontiac Silverdome, and they were played there until 2004. In 1977, the number of qualifiers doubled to 8, and then grew to 16 for each class in 1985. In 1990, the number of classes doubled from 4 to 8. And the final expansion for 11-player football came in 1999, when the number of qualifiers per class grew to 32. We'll have more on the 50th anniversary of the football playoffs later in the show. It's time for Game Balls, when we highlight a trio of standout performances from the past week. Utica Eisenhower senior Bryce Hurley, he scored 3 rushing touchdowns, 1 receiving touchdown, and returned a kickoff for a touchdown in a 33-16 win over Oxford. Woodhaven's Preston Scheffler, the freshman making his first start at quarterback, tossed 3 touchdown passes and a 20-0 win over Wyandotte Roosevelt. And Rockford's Cade Friesen and Logan Haglund, they each returned an interception for a score and a 30-23 win over Cass Tech.
For high school seniors, the matchup of the year isn't on the court. It's actually online. That's right. When you fill out the FAFSA, the free application for federal student aid, you could also be eligible for thousands of dollars in additional money from the Michigan Achievement Scholarship. Now that's a matchup we can all root for. Get started today at michigan.gov/achievement. The Michigan Achievement Scholarship. It's a game changer.
Our weekly Be the Referee feature takes a look at the fine art of officiating with registered official Paige Winnie.
In soccer, a kicked ball that inadvertently touches a player's arm is not a handball. If a ball is kicked at someone's face and they instinctively put their hand in front of their face to block the ball, that is also not a handball. There was no intent. Handball or handling is called when the touch with a hand or arm is deliberate. However, if a ball glances off an offensive player's arm and goes into the goal is not allowed. Even if the touching was accidental or inadvertent, it's no goal. If the touching leads to an immediate goal-scoring opportunity, then it's also whistled for handling. As long as the inadvertent touching doesn't lead directly to a goal, it's play on.
Thanks, Paige. Now more than ever, we need officials. If you're interested, please go to the MHSAA website now to register. Back with more on the 50th anniversary of the MHSAA football playoffs. 8-player football was added in 2011 and split into 2 divisions in 2017. Farmington Hills Harrison has played in the most title games, 18, and they are tied with Jackson Lumen Christi for the most championships won, 13. Beale City and Crystal Falls Forest Park have each qualified for the postseason more than any other school, with 38 appearances each. Rockford has played in 28 straight playoffs, a record they are looking to extend to 29 this season. And the finals, as they have been since 2005, are at Ford Field in Detroit. Southfield A&T, Muskegon, Forest Hill Central, Harper Woods, Grand Rapids Catholic Central, Kingsley, Jackson, Lumen Christi, and Ubley are your reigning 11-player football state champions. Martin and Adrian Lenawee Christian are the returning champs in 8-player. The 50th MHSAA football postseason kicks off with district play on Friday, November 1st. Check out MHSAA.com for complete coverage all year long. You've been listening to This Week in High School Sports, powered by Michigan Student Aid, a production of the MHSAA Network. Thanks for joining us. I'm John Ross. We'll be back next week.
If people can sleep 12 hours and still not have quality sleep, maybe an hour or 2 out of that whole time frame is actual quality sleep.
Bill Alexander, respiratory therapist and supervisor of the cardiopulmonary department at Helen Newberry Joy Hospital and Healthcare Center, talks about how poor sleep can affect your health.
Not only are pulmonologists ordering sleep studies, but also cardiologists, other people like that, for the reduction of the workload on the heart. It even has been shown to help with people's sugar levels, to help with diabetics. It just creates that rest in the body that we all need.
Scheduling a sleep study at Helen Newberry Joy is as easy as a talk with your primary caregiver.
They can do a referral. We have Dr. Washington, pulmonologist, certified in sleep, a nurse practitioner, Carol Norman. They will do a consultation. We have a 2-bed lab here. And then you do a follow-up afterwards, go over the results, and then pick the best kind of therapy for you.
Helen Newberry Joy Hospital and Healthcare Center. Your health, our passion.
Attention veterans and their families. The Luce County Veterans Services Office is here to support you with a wide range of services. We assist with VA healthcare eligibility, compensation claims, counseling services, benefit coverage, state and county emergency relief funds, and more. Contact your Luce County Veterans Services Officer, Rick Menard, at 906-293-4890. The Luce County Veterans Services Office, proudly supporting our community's veterans.
Hey guys, I'm here at Lions training camp with Lions cheerleader Kendall, who is not just an active cheerleader for the Detroit Lions, but also a poll worker. And Kendall, I'd love to hear more about why you decided to get involved and work our elections.
Yeah, so I decided to get involved because my mom and twin sister both volunteered at the polls before I did, so they definitely inspired me to want to volunteer as well.
And you work all day? It's a long hour?
The whole day, yep, from like 5, 6 a.m. till 10,
well,
I think.
You know,
depends.
We always say democracy is a team sport, and it takes everyone stepping up and doing their part and making sure things work well for everyone. Have you seen firsthand our elections are secure, people can vote when they're eligible to do so? What have you learned being an election worker?
I've learned so much. It's definitely secure. There's so many checks and balances in place to make sure that it is. A fun little fact that I actually learned from a high schooler that I was working the polls with is that you can volunteer to vote, or not vote, but volunteer to work the polls when you're 16 years old, so before you're eligible to vote. And I think that's a great way for the younger generation to kind of learn about voting and get involved.
Yes, so if you're 16 and 17, you can pre-register to vote. You can't vote yet, but you can work as a poll worker, and it's a great way to get involved. One last question for you, Kendall. How do you think the Lions are going to do this year?
We're going to the Super Bowl.
All right, let's do it. Well, thank you. If anyone else wants
course.
to sign up with Kendall to be an election worker, you can go to michigan.gov/democracy-MVP, because our poll workers are our true MVPs in our democracy. Thank you, Kendall, for your amazing work.
Of course, thank you.
And go Lions.
Go Lions.
High school sports are meant to be fun. We love to represent our school, and we care about our sports.
We know you do too.
And because we all care, it can sometimes get intense.
So here's our perspective to make the experience more fun for everyone.
We know it's easy to react and yell during games, but we all make mistakes.
It makes the game more enjoyable when we hear you cheering positively.
Referees are human. Respect their decisions. They aren't perfect.
When you feel like yelling at an official, remember that you are representing our school.
As much as we want to win, just remember to keep the energy positive towards all.
During the season, we spend a lot of time with their coaches. They have a tough job.
You can support them by accepting their decisions.
And being thankful for all the time they have devoted to making us better.
Showing empathy and support to everyone involved is important.
Remember, you are the ones that set the example.
Thanks for coming to our games, taking us to practice, and always supporting us.
We couldn't do this without you.
We couldn't do this without you.
We couldn't do this without you.
We couldn't do it without you.
I don't know why you're so sad. You've got a roof over your head.
You gotta stop with that depression stuff. That's what white people think.
You alright?
It just feels like it's coming from everywhere.
Do you want to talk about it?
You can talk to me if you're feeling sad.
Whenever you need to talk, I'm here, okay?
The UP Trading Company and Exclusive Moose, two local shops under new ownership on Newberry Avenue, featuring a unique furniture selection from rustic and log furniture to dressers, sectionals, upholstery, and Uber light lamps. Next door in the gift shop, you will find t-shirts and sweatshirts, Stormy Cromer hats, gloves, and custom-made items, lotions, handcrafted soaps, candles, and sensational jewelry. It's at the Exclusive Moose and UP Trading Company, downtown Newberry, and follow us on Facebook at UP Trading and Exclusive Moose LLC.
Way back when they were going to build this, they needed to do the field. We met with engineers, architects, and said, is there a room
love that our tagline is Your Health, Our Passion. It's definitely a passion for me. I take care of the people that take care of the people.
Helen Newberry Joy Hospital and Healthcare Center's new CEO, Helen Johnson.
But I am really a Northern Michigan girl. I started my career out here as a young nurse in oncology in Marquette. It was so natural for me to be able to move back. It is a different way of life. You just breathe a little easier. My husband and I really are outdoors people. If I'm outdoors around a campfire, get a little bit of smoke in your hair, that is just a happy place for me.
Johnson loves the intimacy of small town healthcare.
Living and working in a rural community gives us a unique opportunity to connect with our patients one-on-one. I want them to say, I was at your hospital recently, and the next thing I want them to say is, and it was great.
Helen Newberry Joy's new CEO, Helen Johnson.
I have had such a great welcome to this community.
Helen Newberry Joy Hospital and Healthcare Center. Your health, our passion.
All right, with the second half here in Manistique, Emeralds lead at 20-0. They'll be kicking off left to right here as the Modeltowners start the ball with the half, trying to turn the tide here in this one. Turnovers a big part, helping the second and third scoring drives. Manistique has started most of the night in Modeltowner territory. Use that to their advantage. This one brought up, bounced outside. Gwinn looking for the corner. Good pursuit by the Emeralds. Ball just outside the 20. That's where Gwinn will take it over, 1st and 10. Ball spotted at the 23. We're going to look spread here. A couple guys in each direction. Snap was kind of wide. Never did Stansky get going. He had to kind of hesitate and reach out to secure that snap, and by the time he gets going, Emeralds meet him in the backfield. Loss of 2, maybe 3. Manistique's defense really, once they got pinned back deep on that opening drive by Gwinn and they had to make a stand, in their red zone. They have played a solid game nearly all the way up to this point. Snap here. Another wide one. They'll give it off here. Wickstrom wide side. Looks to turn the corner. And again, Manistique speed. Too much. And there's flags coming in here. Might have been too much on that far sideline. Depends on how far out of bounds. Face mask, 15-yarder. And they will wrong direction after that one. It would have been another loss or a very minimal gain at most. And instead, it turns into a first down for the Modeltowners. Join us tomorrow afternoon, 1 o'clock, the kickoff. Newberry is at Climax Scots. Well, playing Climax Scots at Gaylord St. Mary's. That'll be a 1 o'clock kickoff or pregame 12:45 here on the network. Fresh set of downs for the Modeltowners. Off of the penalty. Fake the screen. Go with the drive, and Manistique's defense just breaks down, hold serve there. Don't over pursue. They don't chase. 2 minutes into the third quarter here, a second down coming up for Gwinn. Snap here. Same play they ran a couple of downs ago that drew that big penalty, and Wickstrom again wrapped up on that sweep to the far side. Going to be a 3rd and long here. Conversion is going to be about 8 yards. See what Gwinn decides to do here. They have not been afraid to go to the air. But again, that hasn't been successful since their opening drive. Pump fake, pressure there. Stansky trying to get away. And just too much from the Emeralds. But a flag again comes in late. See what the signal is here. We're going to talk about it briefly. Lead official now go back to the other side. Another 15-yard face mask on the Emeralds. Second one of the series. That's an automatic first down. So it would have been 4th and forever with Gwinn headed towards the lakeshore, but now they turn it around on another penalty. They get a fresh set of downs. So off the penalty, second 15-yarder of the drive. Gwynn's actually negative yardage on their plays. That one skips off the ground, incomplete. But 30 penalty yards have pushed them across the 40 as they approach midfield. 8:29 to go, third quarter. From the Rubik Field here at AF Hall Stadium. Great crowd on hand as the Emeralds hosting Gwinn. Emeralds will play most of their opponents twice this season. As it gets tougher to find games, especially in the lower divisions of 11-man football. Snap here. Stansky, pump fake, wants the deep ball. Incomplete, well coverage. Flag comes in, and they immediately signal pass interference. You just got to let the sideline be an extra defender there. Just steer him to that sideline. Don't make contact. You've got to be in bounds to make the catch. But a little shove on the back end. It's the third penalty of the drive on the Emeralds that has given Gwinn a first down. "45 penalty yards have moved Gwinn into Manistique territory." Snap here. They'll go with that lead dive, now forced to the outside. Wickstrom gets turned around. He's going to try and reverse field. Got a bunch of blocks. A big one in the middle. And an absolute disaster turns into another first down for the Modeltowners. Good job by Gwinn. Once Wickstrom got out of the grasp of Pugh and turned that thing back the opposite way, their blockers whipped that thing around and got out in front of him. It was almost like a one-man reverse. Inside the 30 now. Modeltowners off a first down. They're going to go quick on an underneath hit, breaks it up, incomplete pass. 3rd and long. Face mask penalty. Then on what would have been a 4th and long, another face mask penalty. A pass interference on a deep ball. Gwinn would have had a 7 or 8 yard loss a couple plays ago, but turned that into a big gainer. They are on the move here in the early stages of the 3rd quarter. Try to go straight ahead and chop down in the backfield is Wickstrom. Zeminski chopped him down. He just crashed in the middle. Emeralds have done a good job up the gut, forcing these plays to the sideline. That time, Wickstrom had no chance to readjust. So here we are, 3rd and long again. Shotgun snap. They'll fake the little dive. Pressure again. They'll roll out to the sideline. Just thrown away. Modeltowners will live to fight another day. 4th down come. Stansky on the scamper. Not a bad little idea there once he got free of the pocket collapsing. With the Emeralds, they've been overly aggressive on those penalties. Try to draw him in, hold it to the last second, then just flips it away. But again, Gwinn, much like their first drive, on the move, but suddenly, in the blink of an eye, facing possibly giving it back here. Manistique looks like they want to bring some pressure. Whistle, timeout. Modeltowners will take one as well. 6:42 to go. 3rd quarter, it's 20-0. Emeralds on top, but Gwinn is on the move. It's on 123 FM and the UP Sports Network.
High-speed fiber internet is here. Say hello to Highline Internet. With lightning-fast speeds and reliable service, Highline keeps you connected to what matters most. Whether it's streaming TV, gaming, or working from home. No contracts or hidden fees here. Our blazing fast internet gives you the ultimate experience with no more buffering or lag. Plus, our friendly local support team is always here to help. Upgrade your internet today with Highline Internet and experience the difference. Visit highlinefast.com to get started.
Emeralds preparing to try and make a stop to get the football back. They lead at 20-0, 6:42 to go here in the 3rd. It'll be 4th and 11 for Gwinn from the 29-yard line. Snap here. Straight drop. They'll look. Throw is underneath and broken up. That could have went the other way, but it's batted down by Jace Goodrow and the Emeralds. survive a string of big penalties, 3 15-yarders on that drive, they will get it back with 38 to go here in the third. See how Manistique handles the offensive end with this 3-score lead. They were rolling late in that first half, converting off of turnovers, using the short field, kept their down and distances manageable. A little Statue of Liberty type fake screen, backside off the handoff. Gwinn saw it the whole way. Didn't bite inside or outside. Going to be second down and 10 here. They've been able, the Emeralds have, to keep all their options on the table, all the cards in their hand. Little bunch set here. 3 eligible receivers, but they will all block, trying to keep a seam. Gwinn, fundamental defense there for the Modeltowners. Outside contain. Funnel that man back to the inside where you have help coming. Short gain, going to be 3rd and 7 coming up. 5.5 to go here in the third. Emerald's going to go power to the left, spread to the right. They fake the jet sweep. They're looking, deep ball, up the sidelines and through the hands. It's a touchdown if he hauls it in. Goodrow has had a couple. I might go right back to that if I'm calling the plays. And the Emeralds will punt it away. Gwinn, nobody back. And that's going to roll to a stop. Nice job flipping the field back by the Emeralds inside the 20. Gwinn will get it when we come back. 20-0. Emeralds are on top.
If you're looking for a furry friend to help brighten your days, then look no further than the Luce County Animal Shelter. They have many lovable pets, just waiting to find their forever homes. From playful pups and cuddly kittens, to gentle dogs and cats looking for a quiet place to call home, the Luce County Animal Shelter has the perfect companion for you. Visit the Luce County Animal Shelter today and let's create heartwarming memories together. Because when you adopt, you're not just finding a pet, you're finding a lifelong friend.
Covering stories that interest the community, readers have come to depend on the Newberry News. Subscribe to the digital edition for early Wednesday morning access or get the print edition delivered to your doorstep. The Newberry News, your news and information leader.
Gwinn takes the snap, first down. Pressure there, and Stansky is going to go down in a heap. Emeralds fired up. Goodrow and Zeminski in on the pressure there. Check that, it was Pugh with the pressure, along with Zeminski. Gwinn going in the wrong direction again. Manistique got to stay disciplined. Modeltowners will spread it out again. Fake that dive. They'll pull it out. Little option to the near side. And a stop for Manistique. Jace Goodrow with the stop. 2 plays, minus 9 yards for Gwinn so far on this drive. They have been backed all the way up to our own 9-yard line. We saw this earlier. Ended up getting pinned down at the 1 and snapped a punt out of the back of the end zone for a safety. And a whistle. What do we got here? Delay a game on Gwinn. That's going to make this punt a little tighter. Pressure here and a safety. That drive started at the 19-yard line, and the Emeralds pushed Gwinn all the way back. That is a safety, second safety of the night. And your score is now 22-0. 2:48 to go here in the third. Emeralds will get a tough test next Friday night. They'll be in Iron Mountain. 7 o'clock kickoff. 2 weeks from tonight, they will be on the road again in Lance. We'll have that one for you. So we hit the road with the Emeralds in week 4. Back home September 27th against Bark River Harris, and then they'll see Gwinn and Iron Mountain twice. West Iron County will be in town later this year for homecoming. So the safety kick from the 20-yard line. Last time they tried to do this late in that first half, and they went onside with it. And here's the boot. Fielded at the 48. Emeralds bring it right across midfield. And good field position again. 22-0, 2:42 to go here in the third quarter. Coverage tonight brought to you by Newberry Motors, Helen Newberry Joy Hospital and Healthcare Center, the Fish and Hunt Shop of Curtis, Highline Internet, the Lewis County Veteran Services Office, Hank's General Store, Pickleman's Total One Stop, Newberry Subway, and the Newberry News. Pugh in the shotgun. Moves the guy in, then kicks him right back out. Big hole, left side. Broken tackle as well. And then a tough second effort. He's still going all the way down near the 15, inside the 15. Possibly when the dust settles, the big fellas love it. They come up off the pile with their hands and arms in the air. They know they did their job on that one. Ball will be spotted at the 15-yard line. Good push there for a first down. Two safeties, two scores off of turnovers. Manistique is leading it 22-0. We're going to go jet motion with Osterhout. He scored earlier on that. And now they just follow behind him on the sweep. Minute and a half to go. 2nd and 5 here. Snap here. They'll counter it back. Little reverse sweep. Tryon turns it up. He lowers the shoulder. Two Gwinn players collide on the tackle. And it is 1st and goal for the Emeralds, knocking on the doorstep. Final minute ticking away here. Gwinn trying to sub on here. 1st and goal from the 3 as the Emeralds look to add to their lead. Straight up the gut. Give Gwinn credit. Andrew Hill. Tyler Nurkala in there as well. Emeralds went right at the big fellas. That's going to end the quarter. Final score through 3 quarters is now 22-0. Final quarter is coming up with M123 FM, the EUP Sports Network.
If you're looking for a furry friend to help brighten your days, then look no further than the Luce County Animal Shelter. They have many lovable pets, just waiting to find their forever homes. From playful pups and cuddly kittens, to gentle dogs and cats looking for a quiet place to call home, the Luce County Animal Shelter has the perfect companion for you. Visit the Luce County Animal Shelter today and let's create heartwarming memories together. Because when you adopt, you're not just finding a pet, you're finding a lifelong friend.
Emeralds will switch sides here. Take a look at their sideline as they file down. They are looking at a 2nd and goal from about the 2-yard line, 22-0 as we start the 4th. A little confusion in the lineup by the Emeralds. They'll readjust as Pugh goes under center. Motions a guy. Little orbit out. Trying straight ahead. Emeralds say yes. Officials. Yes. Emeralds into the end zone on the first play. And the 4th. Extra point try here. Snap, hold, kick. They put all the pieces together. That one almost went through Little Bear West Arena. He booms that one through. Yeah.
High school sports are meant to be fun.
We love to represent our school and we care about our sports.
We know you do too.
And because we all care, it can sometimes get intense.
So here's our perspective to make the experience more fun for everyone.
We know it's easy to react and yell during games, but we all make mistakes.
It makes the game more enjoyable when we hear you cheering positively.
Referees are human. Respect their decisions. They aren't perfect.
When you feel like yelling at an official, remember that you are representing our school.
As much as we want to win, just remember to keep the energy positive towards all.
During the season, we spend a lot of time with their coaches. They have a tough job.
You can support them by accepting their decisions
And being thankful for all the time they have devoted to making us better.
Showing empathy and support to everyone involved is important.
Remember, you are the ones that set the example.
Thanks for coming to our games, taking us to practice, and always supporting us.
We couldn't do this without you.
We couldn't do this without you.
We couldn't do this without you.
We
couldn't do it without you.
Kickoff is a high boomer, takes a hop at the 15, fielded there by the Modeltowners. They'll make a couple of guys miss, get the left sideline, and then rip down out of 40. 11:45 here in this one. Manistique on top, 29-0. Out of the change of possession, here come the Modeltowners. That here, one-on-one, and Emeralds win the day again in the backfield. Gwinn has negative yardage here in the second half. They're plays that are positive have been penalties on the Emeralds. Brings up a second and long as we go under 11 minutes to play here. And a whistle. And a timeout. That'll be the second of the half. Emeralds on top, 29-0. Gwinn had a long trip to Bridgeport, picked up the victory 14-6 last week. They'll finally get a home date next week. They will host Lance, 7 o'clock, the kickoff. And they're home against Bark River. These two teams will meet again in week 7. That'll be October 12th. It's a Saturday. 2 o'clock will be the kickoff up in Gwinn for that one. And division. Gwinn Mountain winners last week. Barker last week up their season opening contests. Tomorrow we're in Gaylord as the Newberry Indians take on Climax Scots in non-conference 8-man action. Games moved back and forth. It was a Friday, then it was a Saturday, then it was back to Friday, then it was Saturday at 4, and now they've settled Saturday at 1. Pass overthrown and complete. 2 or 3 different days and 2 or 3 different start times it's been on the schedule. But the Indians will take on Climax Scots in that week 2 matchup. Modeltowners on a third and forever here, 10:48 to go. They go quick screen out. Nice move. Wickstrom has fought tough tonight for the Modeltowners. He controlled the line, especially they let their speed guys go to work on the outside. A good job flowing to the football, breaking down. But a fundamentally solid approach for their defense. Has forced a couple of turnovers, a safety, a second safety on a missed snap on a punt out of the back of the end zone. A dominant night for that defense. Low snap on the punt. They'll get it away. Fielded, but down on the knees was Osterhout, who tried to get under it to field it. They will spot that at the 37-yard line, and Manistique will take back over. Just trying to grind this thing down with 9:51 to go. Pugh in the shotgun. Osterhout with the motion. Give to Goodrow. Spins off. Little shake. Little move. Flag. And finally, Gwinn says enough of that. And they just power him to the ground. Tough to tackle. Holding on the Emeralds. See, they've got it spotted right at the line of scrimmage. Maybe a 10-yard mark off here. 1st and 20 coming up. 4th big penalty on the Emeralds here in the half. Emeralds break here, 9:42 to go. Now from their own 27-yard line. Now they'll fake the motion. Buzz it back out. Nice play fake. Turns into a backside kind of read option for Mac Pugh. Powers his way through. He's almost back to the original line of scrimmage. Going to be just short of that point. Oh no, he got across it. Be 2nd and 9 coming up. Nice little run there. Snap here. Play's been successful all night. A little off tackle sweep. Gaudreau turns the corner. He has had a heck of a ball game tonight. Big gain into Gwinn territory. See some of those black helmets from the Modeltowners drop. Stansky, the quarterback for Gwinn, been just as busy defensively. Clock stopped as the play ended up out of bounds. Another tight formation here to the left. Snap, quick toss, near side. Nice blocking at the second level, and that one almost broken free by Gaudreau. He's got another first down. Power here with the wing and motion. Going to the right side, jet sweep around the end. Stop. Turn. Oh. Get rolled down. Keep on marching. Leave a player down on the far sideline. We'll step aside. With 8:03 to go here in the fourth, Manistique on top 20.
We've been known by a lot of names over the last 100 years, but one thing that hasn't changed is the same great service. Welcome to Hank's General Store. Hank's is your one-stop shop for fuel, propane refilling, fresh foods, and much more. Need a snack? We've been known by a lot of names over the last 100 years, but one thing that hasn't changed is the same great service. Welcome to Hank's General Store. Hank's is your one-stop shop for fuel, propane refilling, fresh foods, and much more. Need a snack before hitting the road? Grab from a variety of fresh homemade foods including pizza, chicken wings, hearty sandwiches, and hand-cut steaks. Visit our website to view our menu or get ideas for your next trip with the latest news on local attractions. Hank's General Store in Helmer. Veteran owned and operated, making sure you're ready for wherever life takes you.
Manistique first down. They are in the zone marching towards the score late in this contest. Well, back around, executed beautifully. Down. Carter Levine to the house. Had me picked down, and they swept that back around. With the push here. Extra point try. That one wide right. Does put it into running time with 6:58 to go. Under the exits, one half. Those things does so. The other. Up. Manistique will tee it up. Low line drive kick. Sits at the 22. Scooped up Wickstrom. Got a block in the back. And break it up across the 40. Big return, but that thing's coming back. See the flag back there at the 30. That's what MHSA has. Has been able to sustain any positive momentum. That was a nice return in the middle of the scrum at the point where the two teams had a block in the back. Marches the Modeltowners would just near the Manistique. Block in the back cost them 40 yards worth of real estate. Emeralds have started subbing their personnel on special teams. Doesn't look like much change here. Defense plays for the shot. Would go the wrong way. Oh, breaks the tackle, still going the wrong way. It's up. And will lose 7 yards. .520 here in the fourth. Score ticker here is in fact $30 here. We are running time in the fourth. Give side. Not one there. Third mile. Gwinn, out of the gun. Snap. Look. Quick pass. Short and incomplete. It'll be fourth down. I would assume that they would punt this thing away. 4th and 20 from the 10. And if they don't get the ball back, that will clinch a second half where Manistique is up in the negative yardage. Snap, punt, kicked, end to end on a hop. Emeralds let it go at the 45. That's where they will take over. Clock does stop on the change of possession. They'll reset them. A lot to like if you're Coach Steve Pugh. It'll be a much better weekend around that household. But I am sure sometime in the next half hour to an hour, he'll start thinking about Iron Mountain, if he hasn't already. They will break out here. I know we got different guys split wide. Tryons in the backfield. Pugh the snap. Just a simple give with a big hole. And the guy that runs as hard as anybody crashes through there. 2:35 to go. Gain of 4. Second and 7 here. Emeralds taking their time as they bleed this thing down. Under 2 minutes to go. It's a great crowd out here tonight. And they are going to also end their Friday on a happy note. Had the junior cheerleaders out, it was jam-packed in the first half. Sun went down, breeze died out, the rain held off. Ends up being a pretty good night. Third down here coming for the Emeralds. Looking, and they're going to take it down. Steve Pugh will take a timeout and run every second he could off of that. And I'm sure a simple, how's it going? Everybody good? They're going to bring a couple of subs in here. The coach is going to go over some of the details, make sure they end this thing cleanly. It'll be 1:01 to go. Tough one for Gwinn. Both teams will sit 1-1. Emeralds want the first down so they can end this thing. They're going to get it. And depending on how fast they do this here, they're going to have to snap it one more time. And Mac Pugh just signaled to the lead official he's going to take the knee. And they will line it back up. Victory formation for the Emeralds. He's going to wait. It's under 30, so there it is. The kneel down. And the victory for the Emeralds as they defeat the Gwinn Modeltowners here at home by a final score of 35 0. It's going to be a night of celebration in the Emerald City as Manistique defeats Gwinn. We'll be back with post-game coverage when we come back.
If people can sleep 12 hours and still not have quality sleep, maybe an hour or two out of that whole time frame is actual quality sleep.
Bill Alexander, respiratory therapist and supervisor of the cardiopulmonary department at Helen Newberry Joy Hospital and Healthcare Center, talks about how poor sleep can affect your health.
Not only are pulmonologists ordering sleep studies, but also cardiologists, other people like that, for the reduction of the workload on the heart. It even has been shown to help with people's sugar levels, to help with diabetics. It just creates that rest in the body that we all need.
Scheduling a sleep study at Helen Newberry Joy is as easy as a talk with your primary caregiver.
They can do a referral. We have Dr. Washington, pulmonologist, certified in sleep, a nurse practitioner, Carol Norman. They will do a consultation. We have a 2-bed lab here. And then you do a follow-up afterwards, go over the results, and then pick the best kind of therapy for you.
Helen Newberry Joy Hospital and Healthcare Center. Your health, our passion.
Welcome back here to the AF Hall Stadium where Manistique is a winner in their home opener as they knock this thing off in impressive fashion by a final score of 35-0. Key swing stretch came late first and early into the second quarter. You know, if you look at the first 7 or 8 minutes of this ball game, you thought Gwinn might be in control of this thing. Emerald started with the ball. They went on a 3-and-out. Modeltowners moved quickly right down the field, but late in the first, a 4th down stand inside their own 10 got the Emeralds the ball back. They quickly turned that around, went on a 90-yard drive, punched it into the end zone, and they took the early lead 6-0. Then in the second quarter, back-to-back offensive plays, Gwinn had an interception. They had a fumbled exchange on the handoff. And in between that, the Emeralds went touchdown, a 30-second, 14-point swing. And after last week's debacle taking care of the football, Manistique does not commit a turnover here tonight on their home field. And it's a big part why they are now 1-1 on the season. Once they got the rhythm going off of those turnovers, got that big lead, they were able to control this contest. At one point, Manistique started 5 out of 6 drives from the middle of the second quarter through the third quarter in Modeltowner territory. And then how about that defense pitching the shutout tonight? They gave up negative yardage in the second half. Gwinn had 1 first down from their own offense, 3 first downs on Manistique penalties, but they had 4 or 5 plays where they lost 7 or more yards, and that is how this thing ends here tonight. Modeltowners falling to Manistique 35-0. Our weekend football coverage continues tomorrow. We'll be in Gaylord. 8-man action from the Great Lakes 8 East. Newberry taking on Climax Scots and a 1 o'clock kickoff from the Gaylord Intermediate School. That's it tonight from Manistique. Emeralds win it 35-0.